Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Black Knights will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Temple Owls offense has the ball first today. To the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Let's go. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's talk for just a second about Temple. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Cadets offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the
breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Thompson wants to throw. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Black Knights will have it 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. The lone back's got it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Army!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's McCord. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Hicks. Inside the 30. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Got some room in to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down 1. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Thompson to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off play action on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're going back to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Quick release on the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Touchdown, Black Knights! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Takes a handoff. It's GHOGH.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll run it again. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the 1st. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got his man downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Russ. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that one.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Pulls it in. It's Cruz. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Black Knights will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
Turning it on. once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Catch in the middle, it's Russ. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes, and for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Thompson wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Cruz. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd down.
Caught over the middle. It's Suggs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Black Knights. On to attempt to try. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Army! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13.
That makes the score Army 35, Temple 13.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots.
There he goes. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you can see this offense, man, they found something, and they want to push that ball down the field and be aggressive. They're not afraid to take shots and try to make these big plays. So if I'm a defense, man, I'm going to get back on my heels a little bit.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Right on target this time. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Rushes on him. Fires into the end zone. Got his man on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open the second half with a run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit them up top. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Gonna run it, it's Westbrook. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On target over the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Hicks. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. The sure hands, it's Russ. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's McCord. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Finds his man. It's Cooks. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Owls have pushed it inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCord. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Owls started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Big fella moving. Into the house. Touchdown, Temple. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
From the gun. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
35. Temple, 19.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Thompson to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Russ. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Makes the grab past the marker. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCord. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the 4th.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff from the shotgun. Spins away from the defender. Breaks into the open. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Black Knights moving quickly to the line. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
221 wing, 221 wing.
They'll give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
He'll keep it himself. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Punt is in the air. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game, final drive coming for this offense. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks. It's Hicks. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You've got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
And guys, as big as that touchdown was, they have to try to pay it off with a 2-point try to tie the game. It's complete to the left. He will be stopped short of the goal line. They needed the 2 to tie, and the defense able to make the late stop. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to